Hi everybody, Jill here. Welcome to my channel. We're doing a vlog today. It's going to be probably, I always say this, but a little longer than the norm, but we'll see how editing goes because I have a few things that I have on our docket today that I want to do. First of all, we are going to do a car chat today. You're going to go on some errands with me. I haven't driven and done errands since I came down with the whole vertigo and then all of this slew of other things health-wise that I ended up dealing with. And while I'm not 100% yet, and I still deal with, just sort of like dizziness, and I have to be really careful with how I sort of live my life right now when it comes to kind of triggering the vertigo. So I haven't driven. However, for the first time the day before yesterday, I did a very short errand. I had to take my husband to his eye doctor appointment, which is like 8 minutes from our house. Don't have to go on the freeway to do. Actually, we did have to go on the freeway, but it was literally on the freeway and then very first exit off, because that's what I'm mostly nervous about is traveling on the freeway in case I do a certain head position that triggers that vertigo, looking over the shoulder. We have our blind spot monitoring and we have our backup cameras, but still, and going really fast and, kind of upping the ante for something terrible to happen if the vertigo kicks in. It's made me avoid the freeway and making me not want to do that yet. So, but I'm feeling, obviously, I would not even attempt this if I wasn't feeling well enough to drive in any capacity. So that's exciting because I do love to drive. I love my little car and I really enjoy doing our car chats. So we're going to do that today. It was a really long explanation, wasn't it? I'm good at that. The other thing that we're going to do today, and I thought about doing a separate video because not all of my vlog watchers are wig wearers, but I don't know. I'm making a mistake probably not making this into a separate video. It's going to be pretty darn quick, and I've got to be in my bonnet to trim this wig. This is beautiful. It's called Limelight. It's by Raquel Welch, and it's in the color Shaded Biscuit. And I wore this the other day. It is gorgeous. I never trim my long wigs. I don't cut them. I don't shorten them because I like to wear them up. I like to casually do sort of my go-to, put them up, do. And I absolutely love wearing my long wigs like that. It's just so comfortable. And I spent an entire summer, not last summer, but the summer before, wearing all my long wigs, or my two favorites, and just wearing them up all summer long. I loved it. It's super quick. It's easy. So I haven't touched this one because this is, let me back up here. That's as far as I can go. This is, this is a longer one as well. So I tend not to grab this one all that much, and it's beautiful, and I need to grab it more often because it's absolutely gorgeous. And I was reminded of that when I wore it that day, but I do want to trim this, and I want to trim a significant amount without sort of losing the shape and sort of points about it that I really love. So I think I'm going to end up probably trimming it to what can I use as a, I don't know. I'm thinking to trim it to just about maybe here, all the way around. So I'm just going to do sort of a blunter edge and just trim all of this off, which is what I would need if I wanted to put this up. You need all the length you can get for a real pretty sort of tail kind of thing. But yeah, I don't wear this one up. So I think I'm going to do it at least to here. I might even go higher. We'll see. I'll trim it. You always do. Less is more, So I'm going to trim it a little longer than I think even at this point. Put it on, kind of see what I feel, and then if I want to go higher, I'll just slowly make it shorter and shorter until it's at a length where I'm comfortable with it. It's not going to be so much for me to handle, and I just feel good. So we're going to do that today. Really going to be pretty easy. I do have to find my wig head thing and my clamp thing. What I usually, I'll tell you when I get there. The only bummer about this is I'm going to do this in our bathroom, I think. And the lighting is terrible in there. So, but whatever, it's something I can't do here. I have to definitely go somewhere else. So we're going to do that today. And then I got a lot of new makeup and I ordered it from Amazon. I sort of played with it this morning when I put my makeup on. So right off the bat, I have a little bit of feedback for you, but I wanted to share with you, I will be doing sort of like a makeup tutorial, or at least a get ready with me, and formally sort of we'll do it together. But I didn't feel like doing one of those, so I played without showing you. I know. We have a couple jouar. I was actually told it's pronounced, this is where I get a little confused. I need to Google this. It's pronounced joie or jouet. That's where it's either a long A or a short A at the end without even pronouncing the R at all. I kind of like jouar, and I'll just pass it off as an American accent. You can do that, right? But it's not right. So it's, I think, I don't know. I always thought that in French, the wa sound like du bois is like, what would that be, like AIS something, you know, it's like the AIS that is like the wa sound. I don't speak French. I've never taken any French at all. But, and then the OEUR was like wa, like, I don't know how to pronounce jouar. Anyway, gonna Google it because I want to say it right, you know. Anyhow, so for now I'm gonna pronounce it joie because that's pretty. Jouet? I don't know. Okay, nonetheless, I have a couple of these that I'm gonna that I did try. This video is gonna be long for no other reason is I can't seem to get my point across, and that is a problem that I have in general. It really, really is, and editing is fabulous for that. Okay, so the other thing, the jouar products, I should say, I do have a foundation coming. It's not here yet. Darn it, it was supposed to be here yesterday, but it's like it's running behind. So I'm waiting for that. I'm going to do a whole look with my jouar products, or jouar. I'm just going to call it jouar. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. French people don't really pronounce their R's, do they? Not much. Joie. Okay, let's just do that. So, anyway, here is a concealer. I used it a little bit in the last makeup video that I just put up, and then I used it exclusively just for my concealer. And as for how long it's going to wear, I am not sure. You know, I didn't go crazy with it. I also patted it in with my ring finger. But so far, I'm liking it pretty well. It's hard to do just a day or two to let you know. But the packaging is awesome. It has like a push pin thing, which kind of slowly pushes up the product as you need it. It's shaped as a triangle, which is not underrated with my experience so far. I actually really like that because I can just kind of push it right up in there, you know? And yeah, I think I hit on a pretty good color for myself. So far, I'm kind of liking this. Yeah. I like the way it feels. I like the finish, the way it looks. So far, it does a pretty dang good job at coverage. It's pretty light and buildable, but I like to do that. I like to go in as light as I can, that, you know, where I can get away with it. And yes, a little buildable is always nice. So that is a real positive so far experience with that. The other thing that I got is this blush. First of all, Joie makes fabulous packaging. This is a very shiny, feels kind of heavy. I also love this. I'm all about that. I know, but I do appreciate it. Anyway, so yeah, this actual compact is really pretty. And then you have the protective thing, of course, which I usually end up losing. Beautiful, beautiful, clear, crisp mirror. So that's nice if you want to freshen up in the car or something. So here's the blush here that I chose. I used it a little bit. Honestly, I put it over the top of the Laura Geller because, as I already explained, I didn't really like that blush at all. So I used a little. This isn't a fair representation of either one of them, quite honestly. But I think I'm going to like this better. For one thing, these are not matte. These have just enough little bit of shimmer that I kind of like that. So I have higher hopes for this colors story and also the actual formula, but again, that's here nor there at this point. And the other, there's this. Okay, I just used this today and I'm not sure yet, so I can't tell you anything, but I will give you more feedback on these. These are just my little, this is what I got. So this is Joie as well, and it is their sort of translucent powder. What is it actually called, Jill? This is actually called Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder. And this is called Radiant Translucent. That's what it's called, Radiant Translucent. I wasn't sure if there was a number after that or not. So I did set my entire face, except for I did not set under my eyes. With this, I haven't set in a long time. It says radiant, but honestly, I didn't see that. I didn't see a lot of radiance. Am I seeing it here? No, I'm really not. Well, okay. Well, I can see it on my hand. You probably can't, but I can. I can see a little radiance. So I may have gone in a little too light with it. I'll experiment with it because I can see the radiance in the pan. It looks really pretty. So yeah, I need to play with this a little bit. It came in this little thing for like putting in your purse and you won't get the outside all scratched up. All right. So because I still felt like my skin was a little flat, this is not new, but I did use this just like right in here to give me that finish that I like. I cannot use this all over my face. It's too much actually. And I know you're probably going, Jill never says that when it comes to these finishing powders. This is the Laura Mercier, and it is the Celestial Light finishing powder. So I went ahead and I went in with this little brush and just kind of put it right in through here because I needed a little bit of lift right there. I like doing that, brightening up that part of my cheeks and stuff. So then I got a brand new one because the Skinny Dip by Joie that I have has got to be like since 2016, maybe 17. Anyway, it's almost gone. I use it a lot. It's one of my favorite lip toppers. So I got a brand new one. So this is a brand new Skinny Dip. And it is a topper lip gloss with beautiful sort of, it's got sparkle. It's this really perfect kind of champagne color. And it's so pretty. Anyway, so that was what I did. Okay. I am going to cut this now, or this video will be 2 hours long. So I'm just going to really quickly, it's not going to be any big deal, but I am going to just go ahead and do that. And then I got to get going. I got to get my day rolling. My back is already screaming at me, and I'm going to update you on a few things relating to my health situation when we have our car chat. Once we get in there, I do have to go to the gas station. Anyhow. Okay, let's take all of this business. Well, I'm taking my phone and head into the bathroom, get this done. All right, so for obvious reasons, I am gonna have to put my glasses on because it's obvious, right? Why I need to do that. And I only warn you because I have a ring light here, otherwise the lighting would be horrific and it's going to cast a glare. And for that, I apologize. Also, this is not a beautiful background, but I do have to say, see this here? I absolutely love this. It's like, I think in the older days, they would call it a house coat, but it's really just a robe basically, but it snaps in the front. I have to show you this. I love it. It has pockets. It's long. It has a full over collar. The inside is soft. It's not too heavy. So I just really like this dang thing. I got it from, I got it after Christmas. It was on sale. I got it from coldwatercreek.com. We used to have one around here, but like so many other, I don't even know, do they exist anywhere? like in a physical store? Maybe somewhere, but they definitely closed down here. I never shop from Coldwater Creek. Honestly, don't even know how that happened. It could have been I was on Facebook, and you know how all of a sudden they'll have their ads, and it was one of those where they'll show you something and you scroll through, and it caught my eye, and I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And it was on sale, so I ended up getting it, and I absolutely love it. I do. Okay, we're totally, I know, this is what I do. So, yes, I could not find we moved, it's been a year now, but I can't find my clamp on head thing that I needed when I cut. So I'm gonna do this as if it was my hair on my head and I can't take it off. So I'm just gonna do it how I would normally do that. I don't recommend you do that. So I don't know why I'm recording this then. Who knows? All right, anyway, I was afraid that if I did this without recording, you guys would be really mad at me. I've done that many occasions. I'll just show up on a video and I would have done something, which honestly is not very often. I don't alter my wigs hardly at all. So, but on the occasions that I do, never fails. I don't think about filming it, so you guys are like, God, I wish you would have filmed that. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to kind of get some on this side, some on the other side. And the main thing that you want to do is comb things really well. Now, since I'm just doing this, that's why I'm not too concerned about not having a head, because I'm not going to get into the layers. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything that's going to disturb kind of everything else. I just want to do the length. Got my scissors here. So where do I want to go with this? I don't want to disturb this because that's part of this movement. I don't want to disturb this. And then this looks like it's pretty much one layer here. Is that true? Yeah. So I'm looking at really kind of below this. Let's start conservatively, and I am going to comb this real well, and then I'm going to comb this side real well. And then what I'm going to do is make sure I vaguely got this kind of in the middle and a little of the same on each side. What I'm going to do, just to make sure that I am doing this the same on both sides, is once this is combed out, I'm going to kind of do this and then turn it in this way. So I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that on each side. All right, so facing this way, we have combed it. This is going to be quite a lot to cut in one cut, but I wish my scissors were, but it's what we're doing. It's just what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to cut it to start. I think I'm going to cut it right to here. I'm going to cut this much off. All right, I'm going to get my trash can. Really? Okay, I'll go on my tippy toes. Okay, so I'm going to make sure this is straight again. And make sure I'm centering this right in front of my face, so I'm not cutting it over here. It's centered right in the center of my face here. Make sure it's straight. Okay, I'm going to cut all this off. I'm still, my angle has not changed, just, you know, holding it wise. All right, I didn't put my glasses on. Geez, oh God. Okay. And no, I would never cut human hair like this. This would be sectioned and everything, but this is what I'm doing, guys. I'm sorry. All right. So we have this going on. Okay. Better, but I think I want it even shorter, to be honest. I do. I think I want it even shorter. So again, I don't want to bother these layers, but I'm almost thinking I want it about up there. So I'm going to go a little bit more, but I'm not going to commit to visually, I think, where I'm thinking quite yet. So I'm going to recomb this out, make sure everything is on one side or the other. Okay. Nice and combed out. This is such an, I know, it's me being, this is just, you guys, anybody can do this. Anybody. This is, you don't need special skills for this. I'm telling you. You don't. Okay. All right. So I'm going to grab this side and I'm going to grab this side. I'm going to take it, I'm going to take both sides. Right, I think I'm going to cut it. I think I'm going to cut it right here. So much for being conservative, right? A little longer, a little longer. Okay, so I'm doing it to there, center of my face, straight. Even if you do this, make sure you don't slide your fingers. But to start, I'm just gonna do this. I know you're like, good Lord. It's gonna be fine, guys. We're not doing any layering. We're not doing any point cutting. We're not doing anything fancy. Just literally gotta make sure you got it straight. Don't let your fingers slide. I missed a spot there, but that's okay. We're gonna just comb it through. And comb this side. I'm going to find the piece that I missed. There it is. Okay. There it is. Find my guide. And then we're going to trim that baby. And trim that baby. All right. Trying to make it a little mess since I'm dressed as possible. Okay. All right. Let me just take a perusal, see what I think. I have a wig grip on right now, but once I get this where I want it, I'm gonna take my wig grip off and do my it stays and kind of that low ponytail. But I just want to see where we are right here. Let's see, we still have this. That's good. So I do like that. Okay. Yeah. What do I think? What do I think? Okay, let me look at the back. Gotta look at the back. Oh, I like this. I like this. Okay, okay. We got something going on down here. Okay. Now obviously, because we parted it and brought it in, I did turn it in, so at least we know that we're not gonna have a deep V. Like it's not gonna go like this in the front and this in the back. So that's why it's like, let's turn it this way. But I still have a piece back here. So I'm gonna take it all the way to one side, whatever side you know you feel most comfortable with. And just see if I see anything out of the ordinary. And I do, right here. So I'm gonna kind of get this over, and then I'm gonna swing it on the other side as well. And I'm gonna look for guides. Okay, I think this is the offending piece, but I want to make sure. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut this piece off using this back guide and that front guide. Don't cut without guides, guys. That is the key, really. You don't want to go in blind and guess. So I made sure that I had a guide from the front and then like something back here where I had a, you know, of course we're taking it all over, but that's why we're going to take it this way now. Also, make sure that your wig is still straight, because we needed to lead with that. Make sure your wig is on straight, okay? Otherwise, you're going to have a big mess on your hands, and it's not going to be straight. That would not be good. Okay. All right. Okay, I have a little bit I'm going to do right here. See, I got my this and here. I'm just going to cut this. Don't get intimidated by this. Not this. Now, I wouldn't talk anybody into doing anything they're just not comfortable with, for sure. I feel comfortable encouraging you with something like this just because we're just literally just trimming the bottom. We're not doing anything else. So, but again, if you don't feel comfortable with it, it shouldn't cost very much to just get a trim, you know, just to get that length off. Just say, you know, I just want it trimmed. I don't want it layered or anything. It shouldn't cost very much to do that. Okay. I like that. When I find my actual head, my cork head thing that I clamp on, and then you stick your I probably would take this more sort of straight across, a little bit, a tiny little bit rounded, just because I think things look better that way. But I think I would sort of do that. I can't do it now without just going in blind. So I'm not going to do that. I don't feel comfortable doing that right now. But I like this so much better. So if you want to make sure that you have things pretty straight, then you're going to take a piece and you're going to line it to the middle of your face. You're going to take another piece over, make sure, another piece over, make sure. So, okay, I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to actually take it off. Are we still rolling? Yes, we are. So I'm going to take it off and I am going to use my It Stays. So I got my It Stays. I do my low pony. I clip it up. It's probably kind of messy right now. This is the ledge that my wig will kind of tuck itself under, and through the day it does kind of ride up a little bit, but it's okay. So got my It Stays. I got to get that ball rolling first. I do that on the back of my hand. And then I don't go super heavy with this. I don't bring it too far down, if at all. A little goes right here, but not much, because what happens then is it makes your skin a little shiny and it might actually make your lace pop out a little more visually. So I like to kind of keep it right at the very front of my hairline. I do pull this part of my hair out. I could do that now, I guess, so you can see. This comes out. I don't want to put any It Stays there, but I do like to put it back in here. Gives me a little bit of press when I get it on, and then I hold it here, and I just like doing that. So I will put some there, and I go back a little ways. The key here is you don't need much of this.
there's a sweet spot. You can have too much and it's going to kind of slip and not set all day, or you don't have enough and it's just not going to be enough. So that should be good. Now, you don't have to be in a rush. This stuff doesn't set up super fast at all. So you don't have to be in a big rush when you put it on. We want to make sure our wig is pretty straight before we even get it to that point where we're putting it on, and it is. Then I'm gonna put this right where I want it. Make sure it's straight before I do any pressing. And I'm sorry if I got a little too close. I don't have my glasses on, so I had to get a little close to the mirror to see if I liked where it was. So I hold it here for about 10 to 12 seconds. Okay, and my fingers are under the fibers, so I'm not smashing the fibers, and I'm holding it there. Then I'm gonna drag it and press it, pressing, because I did put some back here. I'm gonna hold there. Get down to those ear tabs, make sure they're down and cupped to my face, and kind of hold it here for a little bit. And then I'm gonna do that again. And press, 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 hold. And that's it. Rinse off my palm. I'm still gonna hold it when I brush it, just because it needs a little extra time here. For the most part, that it stays as ready to go. Such a pretty wig, isn't it? It's really pretty. Okay. Nice. I'm going to need to use some hairspray. I need to get a new one of these. This is Wig Wax, and it is one of my favorite. It's by Tress Tech, and it's an aerosol, and it's made for synthetic fibers. So it's a nice kind of a finishing spray. Very light, very airy. But I'm just, no wig hairspray is super like locking in, you know? But we don't want that, because we don't want a helmet head. That makes our wig experience look a little foamy. So we're gonna have movement. This even isn't gonna keep everything there. Like, I'm not gonna come home looking like this, but it does help with flyaways, and it holds relatively well. All right, I'm gonna meet you in the car. We've got some errands to do, so I'll see you soon. All right, make sure I have this where I want it here. All right, we're off, you guys. And I am not going to do this in a logical order today regarding my errands, because just in case I don't feel well, I want to make sure that I get my most important errand out of the way, which is I have 2 prescriptions to pick up for myself today. And I want to get those first. Because if I don't feel well, which for me will probably be more of an anxiety thing because I haven't driven in a while. I did that one errand, as I mentioned. I took my husband to a doctor's appointment. It was very close. So the place that I'm going to pick up my medications, it's only 7 minutes away. So anyway, if I wouldn't go about it doing that first just because of where it is, but it's fine. We're not going to go on the freeway. Oh, I do love driving. I love my little car. I need to put my seats back up. I have my seats down, and I'm not sure why. I can get my husband's wheelchair in this little coupe without putting the seats down, which is nice. they're down. My son has been the one that's been taking my husband to all his doctor's appointments since I've been feeling this way. He might be the one that put the seat down. All right, so I'm going to have to battle with the GPS gal who's going to tell me how to go. I know how, but I just want to be sure. So there'll be a lot of weird editing places, I'm sure. Anyway, I still haven't gotten in to see the endocrinologist, so I still haven't gotten a biopsy done on my large nodule in my thyroid, so I'm still waiting on that. I did have a virtual doctor's appointment with my doctor yesterday, and we talked about, I really think, unfortunately, and I really wanted Lexapro we did that for my anxiety and most likely depression. I have no doubt, I'm sure. It's not debilitating depression, but I think I've lived with it for so long that I just don't know what my life is like without that. However, I really wanted it to work because Lexapro is really easily tolerated, and it's just a nice, gentle, if you're going to take something, it's a nice, gentle option. But unfortunately, it was not good for me. I and my PA daughter, she's a PA, I was having symptoms that were very much hyperthyroid. I had a pounding heart, and it wasn't just for anxiety attacks. It was pretty much all the time. So I had to take deep breaths all the time. I had my anxiety went off through the charts. It's still, and the trembling that I have a tiny tremble anyway, and I don't know why, but it got so bad, and it's still not completely back. It got really bad. I got night sweats, and everything seemed to think that perhaps this nodule, hold on, I gotta lower this heat. The nodule maybe, was releasing some hormone and causing me to be hyperthyroid. So I had the doctor redo that panel. We got that back, and everything is normal. So it wasn't that. So I have to think that this was due to Lexapro. So my doctor agreed, we need to probably wean you off that and think about something else. So I have been weaned, and I'm not on anything right now. So in an in-person visit, my doctor brought up probably what she feels might be a really great option for me, since I have fibromyalgia and I have ongoing chronic pain, and I also have my chronic back pain and joint pain and muscle pain. She thought Cymbalta might be a good option. It's also good for GAD, generalized anxiety disorder. And some people feel, some light depression type stuff. But she said that, we might eventually have to add something for the depression. But she liked this option, and so it's been a while, and I had pondered on it. So I did a little bit of research, some light research. I mean, you start looking into medicine in general, pharmaceuticals, you can get scared off so easy because they all have scary stories. And me being, having anxiety and probably other mental issues, it's not a good thing, but I still want to be informed. So I did. And I thought, okay, I think I like this idea. So yesterday we talked about that a little more, and we are starting me out with a very low dose, therapeutic dose for fibromyalgia and for anxiety. It's around 60 milligrams, if not 60 milligrams. That seemed to be where everybody, that got relief from various things due to both those issues, they ended up getting some relief there, if not a lot of relief. So we're starting at 20 milligrams, and we're going to stay there for a while, and then we're going to slowly go up and see, I might not even have to ever get to the 60 milligram. Okay, we're at where I need to go get my prescriptions. That's how close it is. I just have to get into the parking lot. So anyway, that is the plan, is we're just going to take it slow. And then I shouldn't have done this, but this morning I got on again and was looking, and although I read a lot of really great experiences with Cymbalta from, especially with people with fibromyalgia, I did read several that were horrific. So, God dang, it's like, I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to give it a go. And the scary stuff is that there's people that just had a horrible reaction from the very first pill they took, but I don't know. Were they a 60 milligram dose? Well, I didn't get that detail. We're starting pretty low. So, I'm just going to jump in here. I know. I feel like I need anxiety medicine to take some anxiety medicine.
You have arrived.
So ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna go get my other one is just the blood pressure pill that I take, the Losartan. So I'm gonna get these and I'll be right back with you. All right, feeling okay. So I'm gonna head to the pet store. I need to get my Lila, I was gonna say my little Lila, she's anything but little. So I'm gonna get Lila some more cat litter. I need to refresh her litter box. I clean it after every time she goes to the bathroom. No matter what she does. So she constantly has a clean litter box. But, it just absorbs and it just ends up... And it's getting low. So I'm going to completely do a refresh. And I don't do it every time. But I'm going to completely dump it out and wash it with soap and water and put brand new fresh litter in. That's always fun. And I'm going to get, while I'm here at the pet store, I'm also going to get the dogs some more of their food. They're not out yet, but I don't go to I haven't been doing errands all that much. I'm getting to the point where I can start doing it again, obviously. Anyway, I'm just going to get some. Wish me luck on the Cymbalta. Honestly, I am petrified now to take that first pill. God. I was when I took the Lexapro too, but a little more so now. This one. Even my daughter, the PA, she was saying, oh yeah, Lexapro, is so, it is really tolerable. And she goes, when we were kind of learning all of this at school, they always said to start there. So I was really hoping Lexapro would be good, but I didn't even get very far in before it was like, nah. I'm glad it wasn't my thyroid, because that would have been a whole different ball of wax. All right, trimming this wig is going to make it so much more wearable. I think I'm even going to take it a little shorter though. Yeah, I'm really liking this wig even more, I think, since I've trimmed it a bit. Anyway, okay, I'm at the pet store. We're just checking off these errands, aren't we? Alrighty, guys. So, the last errand that we have to do is I have to do an Amazon return at Kohl's, which is very close to our house. So, we are gonna do that. Man, I can't tell you how this feels so good, you guys. Just kind of rejoin the world a little. Everything hit me on December 1st. It was literally the like 3 a.m. on the 1st of December when I had the worst vertigo attack of my life, and then just everything went downhill from there. So this is the second time that I've been out. The first time, like I said, it was only 8 minutes from my house and came right back home. So this is the first big outing, and I thought I would take you along with me for moral support. And for some reason, when I know that you're out there and I'm talking with you guys, when I am out, it really does help my anxiety. So that's what we're doing. For those of you who are very concerned about me driving and having my phone on, do not worry. I have a mount. It's mounted when I'm driving. I'm not necessarily just looking at you, you know, or at all for that matter. If I'm stopped, I do. Or if I'm going 20 miles an hour and I'm coming to a stop sign or something, you guys, I'm very careful. And it's no different than, you know, like having the feature where you can talk to people in your car. Anyway, just have a line. Anyway, I am a sucker for oversized, really soft sweatshirts. I don't like the kind that like strangle you or anything like that, but I felt these and I'm like, hello, yes, please. So I just got a very simple at Kohl's. It was on sale, plus I had my $5 off. Every time you return an Amazon something to Kohl's, you get $5 off something. So anyway, I just got this very simple, very soft. You guys, I wish you could feel this. It is so soft. It's the kind that has that just really soft. So it's soft on the outside and it's really pliable. I don't like stiff sweatshirts, you know. Anyway, I got did I get an extra large? I got a large and it's quite large. Their large, I think, was larger than the average. Oh, also this little detail. Okay, so the bottom is split, which I prefer. So I really love that. And then see how it has this kind of texture. So that texture goes up all the way to this on the side of it. If you can see that little, can you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. See how it does that on the side. Anyway, this wasn't, Kohl's always overprices their things, so you feel like you're getting a good deal when there's a sale, you know. They're famous for that. So this was originally $40. I would never spend $40 on this, and I ended up with my $5 off, and I think it was also 25% off. It ended up being 27 or something like that with tax and everything, so that's good. And so while we're here, I was also going to show you what I got at the grocery store. That is really awesome. So it's just a simple garlic, it's too bright. Put your garlic in there, and then this is the onion one. It's just that's all it is. So there you go. That was my big purchases for the day. We are headed home now, you guys, and I did have a moment of anxiety in Kohl's. I think because my back is really hurting. I don't know. And I felt a little out of breath because I am, you know, I'm just still not feeling that great. And I walk really fast when I'm out and about, and I don't know why I do that, but I am a fast walker. And I was just like, yeah, I have been doing nothing for the last 2 months, you know? It's almost February, for cripe's sakes. Can you believe it's almost February? Yeah. Lord almighty. Time is a-flying. You guys, I'm so glad you're with me for my maiden voyage. It feels great to be able to drive again. My thyroid nodule, I feel like, is getting a little bigger. It might not be, but I feel like it is. It's definitely, I would say it's more sore. You can hear it. It really aggravates me because I like to speak with clarity. And so it really annoys me that I have this background raspiness. I don't know if you've caught it, especially in my last video, because I've started recording again. And so I'm trying not to do that, but it's nearly impossible. And it's because of my nodule. Anyway, I don't get to park in my garage, guys. So, yeah, it's bothering me more. And I think too, because I'm recording again and I'm talking, you know, a lot more, that I do get that sort of, I get sore, and I get sore all up and through here from my nodule. I feel like I'm working on getting like strep throat or something like that. So it's probably not a good thing that I'm talking a lot, but oh well. So anyway, there's that. All right, guys, I know for a fact this is going to be the last time I see you. This is going to be a long one unless I just cut out a bunch of stuff. And so I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. I absolutely love making these. And I know I don't get a ton of views with my vlogs. But for those of you that do watch them, I appreciate it. And I have to say thank you for that. And always let me know you're down there. Let me know you're down there. I want to know. It's one of the reasons why I love having my YouTube channel, is to get to know you. And I only can do that through reading your comments, every time. So yeah, sound off down below. And okay then, I'm going to say goodbye, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye-bye.